What subject would you like to learn about if you could find someone to teach you anything? How would you like to explore that subject in a historic or exotic location with a group of people your age who are there just for the pleasure of travel and learning? It's doable through Elderhostel, an organization that sends seniors on what it calls learning adventures. Elderhostel offers programs on numerous subjects in all 50 states and abroad. There are also programs that enable you to spend your free time helping others, and intergenerational programs to bring seniors together with younger travelers. Let's find out more about what Elderhostel does and how it works.
Many seniors have a love of learning and reach their golden years eager to explore subjects that they never had time to pursue earlier in life. Many also have a passion for travel. So it seems almost inevitable that someone would create a way for them to satisfy both of those interests at the same time. Meet Elderhostel, a not-for-profit organization dedicated to providing extraordinary learning adventures for people 55 and over. Elderhostel was founded in 1975 by two friends, Marty Knowles and David Bianco. The first Elderhostel programs were not-for-credit classes held on college campuses.
They put together this program with 3 seminar courses that would be offered over a 1-week period, and people would live in the dorms and eat in the cafeterias, and they sold it out, just like that. And that's how it was born.
Elderhostel organizes learning vacations of varying lengths on a wide range of subjects, but it defines learning more broadly than that. It also offers programs that allow seniors to help people in need and other events that bring seniors and younger generations together.
It's really all about learning and growth, and we make sure that any Elderhostel experience offers people a great opportunity to enrich their minds. They can make friends, it's a social experience, but it's also really about expanding your horizons.
Elderhostel designs its programs to promote friendship as much as education.
It's like going back to school. It's an opportunity to be in a classroom setting with others who are equally interested in the subject. And so it really gives them a great leg up on getting to know other people who are interesting and interested.
So what kinds of learning experiences can you find on an Elderhostel trip? Everything from classroom-based seminars on literature, art, and other cultures to field-based programs on ancient civilizations and the natural world.
They're 1-day programs all the way to 3- or 4-week programs with all these little segments in between. So there are weekender programs that just occur over weekends. There are snapshot programs, which are 3- to 4-night programs offered around the country. There's the standard Elderhostel program, which is around a week long. And then there are all these other kinds of experiences that are even longer than that.
Alberto and Maria Sokolovsky attended their first Elderhostel program back in 1994.
International programs, we went to China, the Antarctica, Rome, Sicily, Sorrento.
The Greek islands.
The Greek islands.
Antarctica, you know, was like an experience comparable to what the astronauts describe from outer space. It's something that it's totally outside of your, you know, mindset. It's a totally new experience.
There is nothing like having a barbecue on the deck of the ship that we were in the middle of that ice and water and having a regular cookout in the middle of that, all bundled up because it was cold, but enjoying the food and the company.
Elderhostel's intergenerational programs enable seniors to take little ones on rafting adventures, attend a circus school, and more.
Our intergenerational programs pair up grandparents and grandchildren or older people with their younger grandnieces and nephews. And those are really exciting opportunities.
They're fantastic, these kids.
A lot of people are really, really plugged into those because it gives people an opportunity to come together with another generation. Usually the grandchild lives in a different state, and it's a real chance for the grandparent-grandchild to bond and to learn together.
Our first intergenerational was at the Worcester Academy. It was about theater, music, and acting. We took our oldest granddaughter there. She was 9 years old back then. It was a terrific program.
Another elder hostel that we attended, and this is the last one that we attended with our grandson, who by now is 14 years old, is Run Away and Join the Circus. In 5 days, they taught us all the tricks of the trade. One of the things that we did is build a pyramid. It was a great experience to have something together with him and have a wonderful remembrance for the future.
Elderhostel is all about learning for learning's sake. But President and CEO Jim Moses also sees valuable side benefits to an Elderhostel learning experience.
Intellectual engagement and stimulation keeps you young, it keeps you healthy, it keeps your brain active. And what's the point of having all these years if you're not going to have fun and enjoy it?
Joining me to give us a better sense of what Elderhostel offers and how it works is Carolyn Touchton. Ms. Touchton is a retired educator and a volunteer Elderhostel ambassador, and she speaks from personal experience. She has attended 2 international Elderhostels in England and Scandinavia. She's taken 4 grandchildren on intergenerational Elderhostel experiences, and she's also attended several of the organization's short events. Welcome to the Daily Apple. It's good to have you.
Thanks for having me.
Tell me a little bit about where the idea of the Elderhostel actually came from.
Marty Knowlton had traveled in Europe and stayed in youth hostels. And he decided, well, this is a good idea, but we need something for our elders. And so that came, we need an elder hostel. And he was talking to an administrator in New Hampshire who had access to university dorms. Mm-hmm. And so we actually started out in university dorms in 1975 with just a few people in New Hampshire. And it has grown since then.
I was going to say, has the idea remained the same or has it changed a lot over the years?
The basic idea is the same, that we often have a lot of university people. We have excellent instructors, but it's more upscale now. They found that elders like to have their own bathrooms.
Oh yeah, no kidding. And everyone does, right?
Yes, and so we are generally in motels and lovely hotels. I stayed in the Majestic Hotel in England, which was a great place in Harrogate.
Fabulous. Now, the instructors that come and they teach you, for instance, in England when you went, are they experts in their field? Well, you went to a mystery one, right?
I went to the Mystery Writers Convention.
So was that an expert mystery writer?
They were all mystery writers who are Jeffrey Deaver and excellent mystery writers, all British. Uh-huh. We went to Oxford and met Colin Dexter, who wrote the Inspector Morse series,
fabulous.
And so it was really very exciting.
So all the instructors that instruct there are experts in their fields, in all of them that you go to. And then I want to talk a little bit about the intergenerational part of it, because I love that. I know so many viewers would be excited about that. You've done 4 with your grandchildren, right?
Yes, yes. The latest one, I'd taken 3 other grandchildren, and I was going to wait another year for the last grandchild, and his mother called me and said, he knows it's his turn.
So what ages can the kids go?
They start at 7 and go up through teenage years. I've generally taken 8-year-olds.
Right.
And they've had a wonderful time.
I mean, clearly this is a passion for you. What is it that you've gotten out of Elderhostel at your age that makes it so viable for you?
I meet fascinating people who are interested in learning. And they're also inclusive. I'm single at this point because my husband died. And so it's great to go and be included in a tour group. But it's not like any tour group. People are rarely very friendly and mix and talk to one another, so I like that.
In terms of any trepidation, we covered the fact that if you're alone, it's very inclusive, which I think is critical for mature adults because loss is such a big issue. But what about, is it rustic in some areas or some places that you might go and then other areas more high-end, or how's that work?
You can figure it out in the brochure. They tell you exactly how rustic it is. Some of the more service-oriented programs or the more adventure programs might be a little rustic. Probably nothing is any more rustic than the ones I've been to with a couple of my grandchildren. We were in Camp Arrowhead on the Eastern Shore with my granddaughter learning kayaking, and we slept on cots.
Oh, you are too much. Tell me about this. What about, you know, different various degrees of decline that mature adults may unfortunately be in? So if you have a walker, you're in a wheelchair, do they accommodate you for those kind of situations?
Absolutely. You just let them know. And again, the brochures tell you how much you're going to have to walk and if it's suitable for you. And if you have any questions, you can always call Boston, and they're very helpful.
Do you get much private time where you're not only, you know, you can be alone, but maybe you can go and explore alone and things of that nature?
Most of the programs have one afternoon free to do what you want to do, and that's great. But everything else everything's included, and it's fun to be with the other people.
What about the service-oriented trips? I know there's some of those.
Yes, there are. I have not personally been on any of those, so I can't tell you a whole lot about them. But
what's the purpose, though?
Things like clearing the Appalachian Trail and teaching. There were some people that were teaching the Indian children on the reservation that sounded interesting to me, but I haven't done it yet.
So there are opportunities to go and be with your grandchildren. There are opportunities to go and be included with other mature adults, and then opportunities to give back. It's a great program. I'm glad you're an ambassador.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me.